Sweden is celebrating the end of COVID-19 restrictions. Now that people can walk around without masks, many feel the pandemic is over. From the outset, Sweden took a different approach to controlling the coronavirus. Rather than impose regulations and lockdowns, the government provided recommendations to the public based on expert advice. It reminded citizens to keep their distance and to wash their hands regularly.
We have a habit or a culture of working with recommendations which have proved highly effective, actually. We find that the Swedes have in generally been very careful to follow the recommendations and the restrictions.
But many experts think Sweden's model was a failure. More than 14,000 people there have died from COVID-19. Neighboring Norway introduced more rigorous rules and reported only 850 coronavirus deaths.
They didn't consider the chances of a general spread of COVID-19 in Sweden to be very high at first, and therefore they didn't actually put in more restrictions early on. So initially, I think they did too little, too late, and that's why, a major reason to why we have high casualty rates in Sweden.
The ABBA Museum is one of Stockholm's most popular attractions. Tourists are admitted without a coronavirus test, and social distancing is not enforced.
For me, it's very typically Swedish how we handle this situation. And I think a lot of the decisions that has been made from authorities has been based on scientific facts.
Unlike their counterparts abroad, Swedish scientists have cast doubt on the efficacy of masks to reduce the spread of the virus.
It's not just putting on a mask, it's you have to take them on and off again, and then you use your fingers. The quality of the masks is also a certain point of view, working both ways.
But experts elsewhere say it's indisputable that face coverings provide protection. Few people practice social distancing in stores and restaurants. And although many people work from home, schools remained open even when infection rates were high.
We didn't have many restrictions. You could still do a lot.
Things were pretty normal, like they used to be. We practiced social distancing a bit more in the subway. Sweden's Commission of Independent Experts says the country's low COVID-19 mortality rate and the fact that most of its elderly population is now vaccinated justifies the removal of remaining restrictions.